I'm never gonna settle, I always want more, I'm counting accomplishments. They making up lies, they jealous inside, but work is what got me in. There's no time to waste, I'm busy like 24 hours a day, responding to every fan. I'm talking to people from all over every continent.
You know why kids love athletes?
I don't know, because they screw lingerie models.
No, that's why we love athletes. Kids love athletes because they follow their dreams.
Well, I can't dunk.
No, but you can cook.
What are you talking about?
Your resume says that you minored in French culinary arts. Most students, they work in the fryer at KFC, but you bust tables at Il Picatore to support yourself. And then you get out of college, and you come and you work here. How much did they first pay you to give up on your dreams?
27 grand a year.
And when were you gonna stop and come back and do what makes you happy?
Good question.
I see guys who work at the same company for their entire lives, guys exactly like you. Clock in, they clock out, and they never have a moment of happiness. You have an opportunity. You're wrong. This is a rebirth.
The first time I tried to commit suicide, I tried to cut my wrist. I have this tattoo on my wrist that says believe, because my mother's always talked about either if you don't believe in yourself, then who's going to believe in you? And I think that was one of the benefits of being an athlete that was always overlooked, in my opinion. It forced me to work harder. You know, like I always try to outwork people, right? That's just how I made my mark. So the game was at 7. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna come to the Staples Center because we're playing. This is when the Lakers had Kobe and Shaq. Okay, this is like the championship Lakers. I was like, you know, I'm gonna get there at 3 o'clock. And I want to make sure I make 400 made shots before I go back into the room, and then I sit in the sauna and I get ready for the game. Who do I see? I see Kobe Bryant, already working out. So once I set my foot across that line, I started working out. And so I worked out for a good hour and a half. And when I came off, after I was done, I sat down, and of course I still heard the ball bouncing. I looked down, I'm like, this guy's still working out? He was working out, like, it looks like he was in a dead sweat when I got here, and he's still going. And it's not like his moves are nonchalant or lazy. He's doing like game moves, you know? I sit there and I unlace my shoes, and I'm like, I want to see how long this goes. So I sit out there and watch, another 25 minutes. And he got done. I said, okay, I think I've seen enough. Go play, you know, come back, get in the sauna, get ready for the game. That game, he drops 40 on us, okay? And after the game is over, I'm like, I have to ask this guy. Like, I have to understand, like, why he works like that. Right. So after the game is over, I'm like, hey, Kobe, like, why were you in the gym for so long? He's like, because I saw you come in. and I wanted you to know that it doesn't matter how hard you work, that I'm willing to work harder than you.
Wow.
You inspire me to be better. Right. And it was the first time I started to see this level of competitiveness where I said, I need to start doing more. Right. Wow. But you never get better if you're not willing to put in the time. And basketball is very similar to the game of life. There's going to be ups and downs. It's not always going to be easy. There are going to be challenges. There's still going to be curveballs thrown at me. But if you put in the work and you constantly put in the work, that's the only way you're going to grow.
I would be disgusted with the woman that I saw in the mirror. As a young model, my confidence was tugged at and pulled in all different directions. I struggled to achieve true confidence. I was already labeled the fat model, the girl who was pretty for a big girl. Only 2% of women find themselves beautiful. 2%. I felt freed once I realized I was never going to fit a narrow mold that society wanted me to fit into. It's true. I honestly love my cellulite, my rolls, the inner part of my thighs that jiggle and touch. It's gorgeous. We need to start looking beyond the exterior of a woman. And we need to start looking at her for what she's doing, who she is. Because I, like so many young women, struggled to love the woman I saw inside of the mirror because of society's narrow vision of beauty. It's true, I wasn't able to love and embrace my hips and my weird shaped butt and the cellulite on my thighs, and I wasn't. Not until I loved the woman within. And once that happened, my career, my success, my drive, it all began to follow. I became my own role model. No one else was to have that job. My body, like my confidence, has been picked apart, manipulated, and controlled by others who didn't necessarily understand it. And once I reclaimed ownership over my body, I understood that there was a greater purpose as a woman. Never let anybody tell you you can't. I have achieved and I am still achieving what was seemingly impossible. Be real. Be authentic. Be your favorite kind of woman. Don't let anybody else take that job. And remember, you are bold, you are brilliant, and you are beautiful. There is no other woman like you because you are your own kind of woman. If anything, remember this: be you.
I hated that job, and I clung to that job. 10 years in a place without heat, 6 years at a job I felt stuck in. Maybe I was afraid of change. Are you? When I was 29, I told myself, the next acting job I get, no matter what it pays, I will, from now on, for better or worse, be a working actor. And now I didn't have either the internet or a cell phone or a job. But something good happened. I got a low-paying theater job in a play called Imperfect Love, which led to a film called 13 Moons with the same writer, which led to other roles, which led to other roles. And I've worked as an actor ever since. I didn't know that would happen. At 29, walking away from data processing, I was terrified. But this made me very hungry, literally. I couldn't be lazy. Now, I tell this story because the world might say you are not allowed to yet. Please, don't even bother asking. Don't bother telling the world you are ready. Show it. Do it. Trust me. A rhythm sets in. Just try not to wait until, like me, you're 29 before you find it. And if you are, that's fine too. Some of us never find it. But you will. I promise you. Raise the rest of your life to meet you. Don't search for defining moments because they will never come. The moments that define you have already happened, and they will already happen again. Don't wait until they tell you you are ready. Get in there. I waited a long time out in the world before I gave myself permission to fail. What did Beckett say? Ever tried, ever failed. No matter. Try again. Fail again. Fail better. The world is yours. Treat everyone kindly and light up the night.
Men are dying looking at those pictures in the gym of Schwarzenegger, of Coleman, and I would just tell myself, one more set, one more rep, just give it everything you got so you can put yourself in the best position to win. When I got into this journey, I was, a little bit bitter because I didn't make it playing Division I basketball, and I was trying to find another outlet. And bodybuilding taught me how to be strong mentally, physically, and emotionally. It taught me how to train hard when no one's in the room, when you're having a bad day, through death, through hardship, through anything that can go wrong. Winning is habitual. If you care about your success more than anyone else in the room, I promise you this, you will be successful at some point in time. It's a marathon, not a sprint, and the measurement of a man is when he gets knocked down, not when he's winning. So I lost a few times. And he always reminded me just to keep on going and be the hardest worker in the room, just like what you say. And when people tell you you can't, You don't look at them. You don't need to look at them. You look in the mirror and you ask yourself, do you give it your all? You look at the mirror and you ask yourself, do you have another rep? You ask yourself, can I go to work when I'm pissed off because I'm about to get fired or something bad happened or lost my girlfriend or whatever it is? You ask yourself, do you have the guts to go after it when no one is watching, no one's patting you on the back, and no one is liking your stuff on freaking social media? If you got the guts to go after it, you can put yourself in best position to win, and that's what I did through this entire prep. It was not easy. A lot of people say, oh, Phil, he's got genetics and this and that. I put that God-given talent to work each and every damn day in the gym. Sometimes life is gonna serve you up some curveballs, but I challenge each and every one of you to step in that batter's box and take a damn swing. Just take a swing.
I was a very, very, very weird child. Very weird child. And I had a port wine stain birthmark on my face that I got lasered off when I was very young, and one day they forgot to put the anesthetic on, and then ever since then I had a stutter, and I also had very, very big blue NHS glasses. And the thing that I found most difficult about it was knowing what to say but not really being able to express it in the right way. So I did different speech therapies and stuff, which wasn't very successful at a young age, and got very, very into rap music. My dad bought me the Marshall Mathers LP when I was 9 years old, not knowing what was on it. And let me listen to it, and I learned every word of it back to front. It helped me get rid of the stutter. Stuttering is not a thing you have to be worried about at all, and even if you have quirks and weirdness, you shouldn't be worried about that. Just be yourself, because there's no one in the world that can be a better you than you, and if you try to be the cool kid from class, you'll end up being very boring. And be yourself, embrace your quirks. Being weird is a wonderful thing. Don't ever treat it as an issue, and don't see it as a plight on your life, and carry on pushing forward. And I did all right. You can do all right as well, so thank you.
I remember that really kind of breaking my heart, because it's hard to hear that you need to lose weight when you don't think that you're fat, like when you are perfectly fine with your body. And I know that I'm not the only one. I know that there are lots of filmmakers that have this idea of this unobtainable, perfect body image, and they put those unobtainable pressures on people. And people are watching us, actors, and looking at our bodies and comparing themselves to Photoshop pictures. And I feel like the media refuses to take responsibility for the effect that we have on society and a younger generation when we talk about each other in the way that we do, and we judge people in all the wrong ways. It seems like all of the values are in all of the wrong things, and I'm so tired of hearing women call other women fat. I think we have to think about the way that we talk about each other, and I think that we need to change the way that we see beauty. And I'm sick of diets.
The most pleasing 5-lettered word. Come on. Sorry, is it most pleasing? I don't think so. You say sorry, jab bend karna padta hai, sorry sir. It's not at all pleasing. The most pleasing 5-lettered word. Money. Most pleasing income tax भरना पड़ता है ना, तब पता लगता है most pleasing है क्या. हाँ जी. Smile. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The most pleasing 5-lettered word. Smile. It increases your face value. There'll always be a reason to cry. We don't laugh on the same joke again. Why do we cry on the same problem again? Huh? It depends on you whether you want to smile or cry tears. I remember following one slide that someone sent me. When followed in life, I guarantee you, life will be different. Do you have a problem in life? No? Then why worry? Do you have a problem in life? Yes? Can you do something about it? Yes? Then why worry? Do you have a problem in life? Yes? Can you do something about it? No? Then why worry? Isn't it? Isn't it? Why worry? Why are we constantly bogging our minds down with anxiety that is just absolutely not allowing us to have peace of mind? While you're sitting here, someone may be plotting against you. You don't know. While you're sitting here, someone may be backbiting and sending a wrong email against you. We have control over it? Control over one thing: to smile.
Do the thing you're afraid to do. Do it. It's not about feeling confident about going into the situation. It's not about knowing that it's going to work out. It's not about having the most detailed plan for how this thing will happen. It's about doing it. Courage. Courage is what you will experience and what you will grow when the doubt is there, but you do it anyway. So your problem isn't doubt. Your problem is courage. Doubt is going to be there, but doubt gets out of the way when you express courage, right? Doubt is like, it's burned off by courage. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, do the thing and you will have the power. We're waiting for the power. We're waiting not to self-doubt any longer, right? Whatever it is that you're deciding that you want to do with yourself, that you're doubting your ability on, just do it. Fuck it up completely. That's another thing that you've got to get through your mind, is that success is not doing the right thing, and it definitely isn't doing the right thing the first time. Success is having the courage to move in the direction of your dreams, move in the direction that your heart is taking you. That is what success is, as you are progressively realizing that thing. People think success is, I've got a plan and I go and work out that plan. It never, ever works that way. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. But progressive realization means that you're doing things that you don't know how to do. You're stepping out in faith. You're being courageous. Your self-doubt will step out of the way when you build the balls to do the thing.
I'm an energy person and I'm at ease, but the minute you hurt me, you gotta leave. Got some niggas who love me, they out of reach. Got some children who coming up, gotta teach. Got some family who mad cause they tryna leech. Got some big booty women who I don't need. Master manipulation, been manipulated, but it really don't bother me. Gold trim platinum, matte white beans, V12, yellow caliber, yes. Red guts, panoramic, my roof, and it giving